Very good afternoon. Greetings from CTV Sports headquarters here in the heart of Wellington. My name is Jan-Erik Frank, and sitting to my left is, of course,
Dale Schmeits. Good to see you, Jan. Good morning. We got a big 8-goal game here today, Grand Champ Polo Club.
Indeed it is, and we are here to bring you the fourth game of the Top Pony 8-Goal 2025. We've already had, as I just said, the fourth. Well, this is the fourth game. We've already had 3 games. TuffRider are out there this afternoon. And let's just quickly give you how that team is put together. We've got Benjamin Obregon playing at number 1. You can see him there with the red helmet. TuffRider today in the black and white shirts. At number 2, the very strong 0-goal player Timmy Sharma. And then, of course, Agustin Obregon, the 5-goaler at number 3. And Nico Eurnekian playing off 3 goals at back. Victory Polo then, who have already a win under their belt, led by Kevin Schmeits at the number 1 position. There you have a good picture of Kevin. At number 2, the 1-goaler Dami Belardinelli, the 1-goaler at number 2, and then that very strong combination at 3 and 4. Segundo Caimi playing at number 3 or 4 goals, and Marcos Bignoli, the 3-goaler, playing at number 4 position. Now I forgot to.
Is Dami on? Do we know goal exactly?
I've just been told. Yeah, Dami is number 4.
Right.
And.
I thought they might switch that around and maybe move Marcos up, or is Marcos going to stay in the back there?
Yeah, and Segundo Caimi is now playing the number 2 position.
Yeah, and that actually lines up really well. As they had Marcos playing deep, but Dami is very versatile. He also manages the Victoria Polo group.
Yep.
And does a fantastic job. I want to pat him on the back there. He has a lot of moving parts in their organization. And he also plays, and he's also into the umpiring. He's actually all around, very, very strong player, and he's always excited and revved up, ready to go because he knows every horse. So when he gets in the game, he's always adds an addition. So putting Caimi at the 2 because he is a hustler, and then having Marcos be able to go forward a little bit more with Dami. But don't be surprised, man, Dami doesn't come from the back.
Well, that is a very good breakdown. Now, let me just remind you that Victory Polo, they have already had, as I said, their first win. They beat Smithfield very narrowly by 12 goals to 11. TuffRider, they lost their opening game to Quite on the 8 goals to 11, so they're 0-1. And, Dale, what do you reckon? TuffRider, of course, need a win.
Yeah, no, this is a perfect situation for them. They've been right there. Their team is very organized. Benjamin and Timmy have done a fantastic job in the front of the game. They rotate around. They switch well. They're usually not missing a man on defense when they come back. And Agustin Obregon and Nico, they're a dynamic duo type. Nico, he works a lot like Segundo does. He's a very hard worker. He's always hustling, does the clean, dirty plays. And Augustin's a goal scorer. And, in the last game, they had just inches on some plays. And that's where they've been. So this is going to be you sometimes raise the level when it's a must-win.
Indeed it does. And here we go then. Ball's in play, and barely had that ball been thrown into play. No more than, I think, 16 seconds have passed, and we have our first whistle. Our 2 umpires, I don't know if we've already mentioned them. We've got from England, Roddy Matthews and Esteban Ferrari, our 2 mounted officials.
So they come together there. A good back shot. Actually, a clean play on the first play. The second play bounces off, and we got one of the TuffRider players coming in underneath, or actually the Victoria Polo coming underneath and riding off uneven. And so that's going to be in the gray area, that 20 yards, right from the center. So they'll bring it down to the 60. We'll get a penalty 4 out of this. And Agustin has been very strong from the penalty line.
He certainly has.
I got to put Benjamin as one of my favorite players to watch this year in the 8-goal.
So let's see if we can see our first score of this match, as you said. And, well, looks like the goal judge has given it the high flag. So well done indeed here. The opening score coming from Agustin Obregon.
Let me go through a little bit of the animal breakdown because we do we do look at the drone. We put the drone above that, And remember now, we look at that, and you look at those plays, we can use those as triggers. But also remember that also we do have someone on each post.
Yep.
And that ball, the posts are about 8 to 10 inches in diameter. It can look a little different at times.
Absolutely.
And being an IRO and players, and I know a lot of our fans watch that, so we take into consideration. We'll break those down. And we are mic'd up to the field, so on close plays, if they don't trigger them, you usually get a call back. And that kind of gives an idea of how things are going there. So just a little rundown on how the technology comes together with actual live play.
Well, Dale, you've just given a very good definition of what CTV sport is all about. Exactly that, high-level technology in order to bring us exactly these kind of very important bits of information as and when needed.
In some cases, and believe it or not, if you got a umpire or a goal judge on the post on a ball,
right,
and I've been in the middle of it, I've seen it. The ball can look like it's just a little wide, but the umpire's standing right there, and we got to go with the call on the field.
Absolutely.
So we have made calls where the ball does look a little wide on the screen, but on the field it's in.
So second chance here, a penalty 6, the equivalent of a corner, that ball going off defender from Victory Polo. So second attempt here, slightly wider, it's high, it's straight, and that ball is still working its way downfield. And we believe we might have another whistle. There's a player coming off the back line from Victory Polo with his mallet in the air.
Sun, lighting, optical. All the time when the ball bounces off, players like that too. It does help to have all the different people feeding back from the umpires to the IROs and everybody working together.
So here we go then. We're trying to see Segundo Caimi trying to make a little bit of break for himself. Another interruption here early on here, still in the first chukker.
Yeah, so a little, you said it's sticky early.
Yeah,
and we're probably going to see that anyways. Now this is... the ball comes in, and then you have them come together, and this is one of them plays. It's just going to be the umpire's judge there. You got to remember, sometime when a player does foul the right of way, if a player is shading them, and that's why I think you're seeing the shading called a little bit earlier, because if a player tries to get position, like Caimi tried to get position, kind of turned a little to his left. If he goes too far off,
absolutely,
then he gives the line up.
Absolutely.
And now you're in a card game.
Yeah.
So good call here by the umpire.
Here we go then from the halfway line. The penalty 5B quickly taken here by Dami Belardinelli. Leaves that one behind. In comes the long drive downfield and quickly turned around by the number 2 here for TuffRider, Timmy Sharma, trying to get some space with it, but it's stolen back again in front of goal, and this time no mistake, and that will go on the account of the number 2, Segundo Caimi.
Yep, and this is going to work out here. This is a positive possession, as I put in my coaching book. Anything from center, penalty 5 from the spot, knock in, any dead ball play. You need to get those positive possessions. They'll add up at the end of the game. Great job.
And with that, the equalizer, 5-20. So let's hope that things, after a little bit of a shaky start here, or a turbulent start, will allow for a nice flowing game of polo, which we've been seeing here, Dale. If we look at the previous games, of course, and Victory Polo, and you said it yourself, the man who really set things on fire. Remember, in that 6th and final chuck-up, Marcos Bignoli, well, coming up with 4 goals and winning that game against Smithfield Farms in overtime. What a credible comeback from that player of 3 goals.
Yeah, no, he's a very calm, relaxed player. I believe his high. Ooh. That Kevin?
Oh, he's on his knees.
I think Marcos was high. His highest was 5 or 6. So he's definitely understands. But what I was amazed in that game that you brought up, that his composure through the game, because they were losing the whole game.
Yes.
And even his the way he captained his team. But we'll make sure Kevin is okay here. Just a little bit of a slip. 2 players got together. Look, he was riding off Benjamin. And but that's good to see Kevin up. And so we'll take some time. He is up. He is moving around. We have the paramedics checking him out. Medic's always on the scene at every game. And we'll be right back, Dan.
So, yeah, just to finish off on that incredible performance, Marcus Bignoli in that last game against Smithfield Farms. They won it in overtime, 12 goals to 11, as I said. But Bignoli himself responsible for 8 of those goals, scoring in the second, the third, the fourth. Gave it a miss in the fifth, but then those 4 hammer goals in chukker number 6 was enough to get them over the finishing line to, as I say, get their 1-0. Now, TuffRider, looking at how they have played, or how they played in their first game. You might remember they took on the very, very powerful Kwaiton Z. Again, not as close as to be expected. There was 8 goals to 11, the final score. So TuffRider, as we suggested, are looking for their first win here in this Top Pony 8 Gold 2025.
All right, so we have a trigger on the play, and remember the triggers, check to see if a goal scored in or out, check to see if the ball is hit over the line for safeties, to check and see. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute.
Okay, well.
Maybe they may have got the right information.
Well, yes, they've been given the right information according to our fieldside correspondent. So let's just wait on the final decision here by our mounted officials. Whilst we just have a moment to wait, let me just remind you, big day of polo coming up here at Grand Champions Polo Club, and of course CTV Sports tomorrow, Friday the 28th of February. We have well, a lot of polo going on. We're going to start very early in the morning with 10 o'clock. We've got our first semi-final of the World Polo League's Founders Cup. Alegria taking on the Maltese Falcons. And then at 12 o'clock, the 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy continues with Smithfield taking on Virginia Beach. And then in the afternoon, also at 3 o'clock, another 6-goal game. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to
So they had a cluster there. They gave a 2 to the black. There's a lot of contact, and so here we go. So just to finish off on tomorrow, then, and then of course our second semi-final in the afternoon, Casablanca versus Travieso. And just another slight polite reminder, don't forget, as we are just a couple of days away from going into the month of March, Nick Roldan Sunset Polo Party, the White Party, on the 21st of March. Make sure you get your tickets early. They are going fast. Dale, we've got 3, and you mentioned it, 3 surprise acts on that evening. So don't waste any time. sunsetpolo.com to get your tickets for the Nick Roldan's White Party, hosted, of course, by Grant Gansey. Yeah, big go-to party. And another right-of-way violation. So here, getting it out of their system early. Yes. We hope. Well, we do indeed. But that big defensive game. It's a lot of contact. And both of these teams have played defensive. So you will have some people overlapping and rubbing and umpires right on it. Well, surprisingly not, we are still in that first chukker, and still a good 3.5 minutes remain to be played in this first chukker. Back on the ball then, Agustin Obregon tries to hammer that one downfield, and this young man, we've been waiting for his first touch, and there it is, and that you could call the Midas touch, as Benjamin Obregon picks up his first goal of the game. Yep, we can finally get away here on another, well, positive possession, because we've had so many fives and knock-ins here in the first, and each team capitalizing on the opportunity as we go into our first. That was before the Kersey change. Yeah, they might have set a record today. Yep. Well, there's all kinds of records to be set, and it does happen sometimes. We've had so many clean, open running games. I mean, you know what happens, and you had so many clean, open running games. Some of these teams have been coming out early, and they're going to go to the board, and they're going to change it. They got to try to change it. And one way you change it is with defense. Yep. And when you do get in real tough defensive plays, tight defensive plays where there's a lot of contact, you will have some uneven ride-offs, some, not, a lot of danger, but you will have plays that set them up. So you got to roll with it, clean it up as it goes along. And it looks like both teams back here quickly after the Kersey change. Still a tight ball game, 3-1.
Ball's back in play now. Let's see if they can win it again. Looks like they have. The team in the black and white shirts, TuffRider, and away we go over on the far side. That once again looks like Agustin Obregon sending the ball up to the number 2. Too far afield. Little backhand, little turn. Well read once again by Benji Obregon. And a nice clean steal here by Victory Polo, taking that ball back up the other end of the field. Nicely backed up here, and away we go over the halfway line with the number 2. That, of course, Segundo Caimi, the man who scored. The only man to have scored so far here for Victory Polo. Looks like he might get within the vicinity of that goal mouth. And as you said, Dale, this is a very defensively minded game at the moment, and it looks like we will have another whistle. It could be against Agustin Obregon for slightly, just ever so slightly, coming off. And there you see it right there.
Yeah, those are good calls.
Yeah.
They're just quick line change, toughest play in the game, bounces off a pony. Players coming from right to left, staying on the near side. Yes, is he staying on the near side? Is there a player on the offside? Yes, there's a player on the offside. Rules are player on the offside has the right of way over a player. There's no right of way on the near side.
Yep.
And even so there,
the
lesser rank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, little over 2 minutes remaining here. So, yeah, as you said there, let's hope that they can get this out of the system in this or first and opening chukker, so that we, as we become accustomed to, maybe we've been a bit spoiled.
Yeah, they get it out. You know, but yeah, like I said, I've been in games, we've been in them, you've seen them, we've called them. It just, you know, the teams are not trying. It just becomes that way. You see it in everything, basketball, football, you know, especially in big games. And then, you know, we got some must-wins here.
So, Senor Marcos Bignoli.
Oh, man.
Would you believe it?
I would not.
No, that's yeah, that's a bit odd, I have to say.
Yeah, that's odd too. Maybe they're just all just feeling it a little bit today.
So,
He'll make that up.
Yep. So away we go, and once again everything working via that man Agustin Obregon, and they have a nice little run here, getting it over the halfway line, left behind, and another whistle, Dale.
I don't know. We'll have to take a look at this one. Let's take a look, and we'll see, because it's definitely a right-of-way violation. And we'll see when they enter. Watch this. When does he enter? Right now.
Yeah.
Too close.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what they're looking for. Not when they get to the ball, but when he enters.
Yeah.
If he entered, and I'm sure Mark said we should go one maybe at a more of an angle. He probably could have got entered with 2 strides. That's what they're looking for. Well, another good call here.
Yeah, and a second whistle on that play would suggest they're going to move that ball up a little bit. So.
Yeah, no, that might happen. And it is the game, too. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but just to break down, if you do have too many fouls in a row, or a team has, or in a chukker, and you can do a chukker game to game, you can say we're going to move them up. So if you have a 4, you have a 3, 3-2, vice versa. I don't think they did us on that. I think this was going to be a 3 anyways, or did he move it to a 2? 2. Okay, yeah. So just to let the players know, guys, clean it up a little bit. You know, let's. That is a procedure that the umpires can use, and they can change it back. Come back in the next chukker. So we guys are back to open. We're back to the flow of regular spots. I don't know if they did that exactly. We'll check with our field side correspondent on that just to make sure. But, well, at least we set the record for the longest first chukker, too.
We certainly have. So, back to the halfway line we go then.
Do the players feel the same way, you know?
Yeah, it was moved from a 3 to a 2.
No, okay, it was moved from a 3. But the players will feel the same way when they go out there. They can see, look at each other, because they know they're talking to each other. Because both these teams, they are good penalty shooters. Just bad luck on Marcos on his first. But you do not want to foul against these teams. It's not going to work in your favor.
No, it certainly isn't. And at the moment, Victory Polo need to do a bit of work here. Segundo Caimi's on the ball. Bit of a bouncing pony here. Watch her shake her head. Left behind. In comes the pass from Marcos Bignoli. The rotation trying to be effective here. Stolen and picked up in front of his own goal mouth. And away we go once again with TuffRider. Nicely done on the bend and on the near side. Very good play here. That's what we came down here for, as Benji Obregon supports it very well here, trying to get the ball back up to Nico Eurnekian. Comes back and intercepted. There he is, the man on the move. The under the neck shot coming from Obregon. This time Agustin into the danger zone, looking for Nico Eurnekian, but well defended here by Victory Polo.
Yeah, good turn, and they're going to try to work this out, run it out. Oh!
Well, again, Benji was quick to turn, but that window was closing on him, and I think it's good that the umpires have allowed this to continue. Away we go then with Victory Polo. And with the number 3, Marcos Bignoli. Can he finish it?
Buzzer beater? Ooh, everybody still have time on that.
And the clock. And that will bring us to the end of our first Chaka. So let's hope that it's out there, it's out of the system, and we have a smooth running second Chaka. When we return, stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Welcome back and a very good afternoon to one and all down at Grand Champions Polo Club, where we are bringing you this fourth game of the Top Pony 8 Goal 2025. And if you were with us in that first Chaka, then you'll remember it was, well, trying to set the record for one of the longest first Chakas we've seen. It ended with a 4-1 advantage for TuffRider. Quick rundown of who those players are. Benjamin Obregon at number 1. He picked up a goal. At number 2, Timmy Sharma, both playing of 0 goals at 1 and 2. At number 3, Agustin Obregon picking up a penalty from the spot 4 and from the spot 2. And Nico Eurnekian also picking up a goal in that first Chaka. Victory Polo then, with Kevin Schmeits at number 1. Playing off 0 goals. At number 2, Segundo Caimi. He picked up a goal, and then the only one thus far for Victory Polo. At number 3, Marcos Bignoli, the 3-goaler. At number 4, Dami Belardinelli. And that's, as I say, how they left it. Your 2 mounted officials are Roddy Matthews and Esteban Ferrari. And away we go here. And let's hope, Dale, we're going to see some nice flowy polo here, which we didn't really see in that opening Chaka.
Yeah, no, they'll get the, like I said, they just had a lot of timing plays and tough D, so we'll see what happens here. They come back out and get it going here. Misses, too, kind of overriding a little bit, flipped outside, and another whistle.
Well, looks like Belardinelli was trying to work it there. Let's have another look. You can see him here, the chap in the white shirt. Belardinelli, there's the backhand, deflected, picked up very quickly. Yeah, and there you see Belardinelli should have moved out of that way a little bit quicker. Didn't, unfortunately, no choice for the umpire. Had to blow.
Oh, yeah, he was at a 45-degree angle before he even hit the ball, so.
Yeah.
Probably should have just went next play.
Yeah.
You know, let that one go. Toughest game, one of the toughest parts of polo, too, knowing when you're beat.
Yeah.
And deciding, well, not knowing when you're beat, I guess deciding not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So hit from the spot. The penalty 2 spot, that is for Senior Obregon, the man with the number 3 on his shirt, and that is his third from the spot, and his third goal, of course.
He was 5 for 5 last
Beg your
week.
pardon, that was Nico.
What's that?
That was Nico, I stand correct. I thought it was Agustin.
No, that was Agustin.
Number 4, Nico Eurnekian.
Oh, Eurnekian took him. All right, so they're passing to stick around. That's good, nice to know. We haven't seen Nico hit one.
Nope.
Yeah, that's great. That's very good. I figured Nico was very strong on 3 goals, but Agustin was 5 for 5 in the last game.
And the man you just spoke about, he's on the ball again. Well, he's trying to open those shoulders. He's getting a bit of traffic there from Bignoli. Now left behind, a chip shot coming back to Obregon. Obregon, can he go around the outside of Segundo Caimi? That is at least what he's trying to do. Benji Obregon coming in to lend him a helping hand. TuffRider did well to control and contain possession. A lot of mallets up in the air. Another whistle will stop the action.
Well, minute to minute.
Yeah.
Minute by minute by minute by minute. Oh, we keep rolling on. Yeah, so 2 players overlap. This is going to be one they look at here. You either have hitting into the horse or riding into the shot are the 2 options the umpires will discuss. And it looks like they're having a board meeting there. And maybe we take a look again here ourselves just to see, because timing is an issue on the play. What you're looking for is are they overlapped or was the mallet in motion? And for the umpires. And after the board meeting, they're going to say bowling.
Yeah, so it must have been some sort of, offsetting foul of sorts, but Roddy Matthews there.
Yeah, you could have riding in, and then you could have a 2 hard hit and good on the offsetting there, Jan. Well done.
So here we go then, but it's still dangerously close in front of that goal mouth, and this time no mistake. Nicely done here for TuffRider, and the man with the green helmet picking up another score. Watch him here with the number 4. Nico Eurnekian gets himself in just the perfect position, and what a cracking goal. His 3rd of the game.
Yeah, this is where the bowl-in becomes a lottery. You know, you don't have control over that. And you can see Nico got the good bounce there. He's a bounced off his horse towards the goal and picks up a quick goal.
So 6 goals to 1, Dale. They're starting to run away with things here, but that was to be expected. Remember, they are looking for their first win. Victory Polo. It doesn't seem that they've really yet come to full fruition here. Nice little run. Can he take it all the way? Well, of course.
Well done, Kevin.
Well done, Kevin Schmeits, showing his boys how it's done.
Well done, yeah. After taking a little spill in the first chucker, comes out of the bowling. Now he's going to get this a pretty pass by Marcos, finding Kevin with enough space, not too far in front. Love the putter stroke.
Yep.
Stay in control.
Yep.
You don't need to rush. He kept the same pace there. Let the defender come to you.
Absolutely.
Good finish, Kevin.
So well done, and let's hope that will set some ripples throughout that Victory Polo team, because as much as they might be in a comfortable position with a 1-0, surely they would want to make it 2-0. They've won the ball in, the throw-in once again, and away we go here on that halfway line. Things seem to, Dale, and I hope I'm not going to jinx it by saying so, but things seem to open up a little bit now here in this Top Pony 8 goal. The shot coming here from Bignoli. Nobody home to pick it up. Yeah, an attempt, but again stolen and taken around by Nico Eurnekian. Into the corner he's pushed. The challenge coming from Caimi. Nearly got away with it. Eurnekian has to be careful here. And they're letting him play now. Nicely takes it around the outside. Very good run here from Caimi. The cut shot. Wait for it. Overcooked it. Overcooked it ever so slightly.
Yeah, comes to corner, runs the corner very well. Very tough cut shot, though.
Yeah.
He went for it. Because you're coming across the center, they're kind of moving away. And I'm not sure if he had time.
Or space.
Yeah, I'm not sure he had time maybe to take it in. He'll get to review the tape again just to see if maybe he had time to take it into the inside on tap, or maybe even a little bit further to the far post and then set up because it wasn't an easy ball either. It was coming across the center. It had a little bounce on it on his first tap. But that's what I think the best players in the world do. You see Jan, we see a lot. You see in the World Polo League also. They when they get in a situation where they are around the goal, we talk a lot about having choice shots. Because one remember the other day when they were shooting, they shot a goal quite on Z, and they missed the goal. There were 7 knock-ins for the opposing team in the first half. They come back and win the game in overtime, and that was their problem. They were just shooting the ball through horses. They were putting themselves in bad positions. They just kept shooting. They came back in the second half. And so that's what the really good top players do, and a lot of these players that are going up will find their comfort zone on the field for choice shots. Adolfo will tell you it makes it a lot easier to score.
Here we go then. Thanks for that breakdown as Agustin, I beg your pardon, Nico Eurnekian here for a TuffRider. Knocking that ball back into play. Will it stay in bounds? It will just, and on it straight away, Benjamin Obregon. I'd like to see them involve him a little bit more.
He's a little quiet for a chucker.
Yeah, and such a talent, such a huge talent. But that could all be part of the game plan, that as and when they need to, they have enough strength. Look at that, very cleverly read. He just waited, bode his time there, and slightly overshot that first ball. But again, he has an incredible ability to read the play.
Yeah, he's great on the horse. He's a little guy, and but a fabulous rider. They've done a great job preparing him at such a young age.
Well, here comes the shot towards goal from Bignoli, and you could see that there was a couple of attackers going towards that goal mouth, stolen back by TuffRider. And away we go. On his right-hand side, Benji going up the field. Maybe should have played it to him because he's also got a very good understanding of where he needs to position himself to be the recipient of a good pass, as we have at 2:20 another whistle.
Hey, it's going to be another right-of-way violation, and I personally, we'll see what happens here. I'm going to let him finish here because this is an easy call, but I would move this ball to a 4. I mean, after this many fouls, you know, because what happens here is you drop the ball, and now they're, after a lot of fouls, teams will start fouling, and they'll do some things, and just to see if they can get away with it.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, and in this case, this is not a bad play because now they can defend the 5. So why not go for it? You see what I'm saying? So you can kind of move it around here, see if it works with it. And look, they're going to win the ball and get control.
Yeah, so here we go then.
Good foul by Eurnekian.
Indeed, and under the next shot here down the boards, and that ball is intended for Eurnekian. Just beaten to it. Where is that next player coming? Well, Benji came onto that line as well, but Victory Polo very quick to try and turn things around. Just getting past that last man in defense. Obregon up against Dami Belardinelli. Gets the ball off the boards. And Victory Polo once again making an advance on that goal mouth. Didn't see that one happening. Belardinelli going back to try and retrieve it. He does well. Obregon clears. Left behind now for the number 3 for Marcos Bignoli. Unfortunately, not the perfect pass that they would have liked. Once again, the 4 Belardinelli had moved up, working that rotation, waiting for that ball to be put between the uprights. Caimi working it very hard there, trying to find a little gap. Little backhand shot there from Eurnekian, but they've broken free. Good touch. Also there by Kevin Schmeits in front of goal. And now the finish. Can a white shirt get to it? Well, it seems very, very patchy. Well, then eventually, no mistake for the number 4, Dami Belardinelli. I had a funny feeling he might, because he started it, come back and finish it.
Yeah, no, Dami's getting down the groove, like you said. He hadn't had a lot of games, so it's good they take chuck or so. But he is very versatile and falling right in there. And I like how he drives it home there, just to be down on it. And that'll end our second chucker play. So stay with us. We'll be right back for our third chucker.
have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Welcome back and a very good afternoon for those of you who've just joined us. CTV Sports coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club, Top Pony 8 Gold 2025. After what we thought might have been a new attempt at breaking the record for the longest chukker in chukker number one, things slowly but surely, Dale, seem to be falling into place, but still not quite at the level we've become accustomed to.
Yeah, they're, like I said, it's a tough game, a lot on stake, so everybody kind of mixed up, got a little different changes with Dami in there now, so they get their flow going. Usually you have Marcos at back. Now he's moved up a spot, but now it looks like they've flipped Dami. He might move him up. So, and then we usually see Timmy and Benjamin switching up, but definitely the way Benjamin's been playing, you know that the victory team's probably got Kevin Keehan on him, and Kevin's a very good rider, and so he might be neutralizing him to a point where he's just not open, and that's where Timmy will step up. So a lot of different stuff going on. We'll see how they go from chukker to chukker and half to half, Jan, on their game plan.
Yes, let's wait and see. That pass coming from the number 3 Bignoli, but only as far as Benji Obregon. I would like to see him run the ball. Left now for Nico Eurnekian. Just taking his time to allow everybody to be in situ. He's got the support now from Obregon coming in behind, but still Eurnekian trying to run this one as far downfield as he possibly can. Eurnekian gets a little bit of traffic. Here comes the under the neck shot. Yeah, a little bit too short for Benji. You could see he was up there waiting for and anticipating that ball to come through to him. Victory Polo can steal it back there on the boards. Eurnekian trying to take the man before he gets to the ball. Nicely taken here on the near side. Victory Polo getting a little bit closer now, possibly a bit too close for comfort. And Agustin Obregon trying to clear it. Now then, let's see what Benji can do here. Stops, turns. He's got Marcos Bignoli, of all people, right in front of him. But again, the composure, the time, the highly concentrated play there was enough to send it up to Obregon. But we have another whistle.
So this ball bounces out. Got it clear. Give him one play. Benji goes for the short pass to his uncle. Hook play right over.
Yeah, yeah.
Foul. I mean, they're not hard fouls to call.
No, they're not.
I mean, you could actually textbook them.
Yes.
You know, their timing is good. The players are right in there. They're within a stride and a half. Now they're gonna move this one again here. Like you said, I just would have moved the back shot anyways, just because based on the amount of simple fouls, the right-of-way violation, just to let the players know, guys. And you'd be surprised how quick.
Yes.
They will make when they know they're getting fives, they're going fours to twos, things like that. Teams will gather themselves a little bit and play more constructive, organized. You know, not get as loose, because it can cause you the game. I'm surprised it's such a low score. We had a lot of fives from the spot. Let's see if they can get one here on the 4.
Oh, and he got a touch of it, did he? Not just Benjamin Obregon tried to just steer it in. And very unlucky there. The ball wasn't greatly struck by Eurnekian, and then Benji Obregon trying to just steer that in. Very unlucky. As away we go with another knock-in coming here from Dami Belardinelli. left behind for Segundo Caimi. He's going to have to chase his own ball. And look at that, the first man coming in to challenge him. There he is with the red helmet. Benji Obregon even gets a piece of it on the backhand. Well done, Benji, or Benjamin. Two players come together. That ball high in the sky. Eurnekian trying to retrieve it.
Another whistle.
And, yep.
Riding in from behind or swinging into the pony, one of the two. You keep an eye on it. You make you make the call. Ball goes up in the air. Right away violation.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly
Thought that the play on the outside actually got involved. Now that's where you would have right in the shot. But he actually had a play on the near side, and his player came in front and took a offside back shot. And again, great calls. The umpire's doing a good job.
Yep.
Making the placements. Or Ben, I don't know if I'll have a count on the actual.
Well,
because we had a lot of fives at first, or a lot of 5As and Bs.
Yeah. This looks like a 3 to me, Dale.
2?
A 2, I think you're right, yeah. Taken by the number 2 by Segundo Caimi. So I'm sure they won't matter how they score as long as they do score. So they are slowly but surely chipping away at that 6-goal advantage, or the 6 goals already scored by TuffRider. And what was just a few seconds ago 6-3 is now 6-4, and it was a 3. I've just been told it was actually.
Oh, was it 3? Okay,
it was
great.
A 3, yeah.
Thank you, guys. Looked like it was for a little bit closer, but nice shot by Nico. That'll make him 2 for 3 on his penalties. On the bowling here on the far side, they're going to get control one more time, but stolen away, and it'll be Nico to turn the corner.
And Belardinelli, I beg your pardon.
Sorry, that was actually Agustin.
Yep. Obregon. Long ball. Can he find Benji Obregon, his nephew? Not quite, but Nico Eurnekian is there. At least a nice run for a change.
Yeah, they opened it up. They've been look like they're playing a lot of man-to-man. There's not as much switching as I thought. That could put you in a little bit where you're maybe a little later, right? Sometimes with when you're playing zone, it gets a little easier. And another foul.
Yeah. Well,
have we gone a minute with that one?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Let's have another close look at this, because I think again it was.
It's a right-of-way violation. Comes right in front of him, right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So remember, if you line out, just because we can learn a lot from watching
a game like this.
Yeah, you can exactly. A lot of players think because they're moving towards it. Remember, the man following the ball has a right of way over man coming from any direction. So if there is a man following the ball, which means you need to get to the actual right of way, and the right of way is from your boot out. I mean, it's a big right of way. You put your mallet out, but you cannot be moving towards that on an angle and then get there at the same time. And this is where the misconfusion with players comes in. So they think you need to get to that, get in front of him right away.
Yeah.
And actually, if I was coaching, I'm gonna say, guys, we gotta have tighter defense. You got to get to them before they hit the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Memo Gracito would have you next to Adolfo Cambiaso. Get there, unless you got to be 30 yards, of course. But the minute he gets out of there, you got to get to him before they get the ball. And then that cuts down on your fouls and also makes your defense go up, and it turns the offense in quicker. So. And
it puts the pressure on the opposition.
Yeah. So just a little minor mental error, MAs as they call them, in football, baseball, where they're just they actually are thinking they're fine because we got there at the same time, but. The guy following is going to have the right away.
So just under 4 minutes remaining, but Victory Polo are coming back into this game after, the first 2 chukkers, especially chukker number 1, was a quite lengthy affair. And away we go. Knock-in coming from the halfway line. The drive from Caimi deep down the field. That was a set play, didn't quite work as planned. Would have been a great goal. tapping it in from the halfway line, then to allow the second player to take a slight counter, a knock or a hit. But here we go then. Nico Eurnekian taps it into play. Sends the ball out to the left-hand side. Obregon was there, but they're coming in a lot earlier now as well. And as you said, trying to shut it down early on, Nico Eurnekian. But that's only going to go as far as Dami Belardinelli. Did well to stay in the saddle there. And, well, I'm glad we didn't hear a whistle or saw a whistle on that, as Nico Eurnekian, I believe, was appealing. And again, victory Polo. Things are moving at a nice pace right now. A little bit of a traffic jam. A little chip shot over that halfway line, and away we go. In comes Benji Obregon. Taken underneath the watchful eye there of the umpires by Dami Belardinelli. Let's have another close look at this here, Dale. There he is, he turns. Well, to me, it looked like it happened a few plays before that.
Probably brag. I mean, for me, I have, well, let him finish it up here. And, but I have my thoughts on it. Ball gets hit across. They're even Steven. Now it gets taken, still running 45. Turn to the right a little more now. Hit behind the saddle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we will see what they decide.
That's what, funny you should say, 'cause that's where I saw it when I said a few plays earlier. That's exactly what I saw.
Line, for me, the line's changed.
Yes.
Benjamin changes the line. And now, you know, he doesn't even really turn the ball.
No.
He gets on a 45, but then he gets hit behind the saddle.
Yeah.
But they definitely, like I said, after the umpire need to talk with the third man, and they have to adjust in the second half. That the players need to know the balls are going to either get moved up or they have set some standard. And they're going to call it the other way. So, yeah, I mean, that's the way they saw it, I guess. And they're going to go to center with it. I guess they call a turn or.
So a little over 2.5 then remaining here in the first half. I'm sure there will be plenty of fodder to be going through to open for discussion in the 10th. And just waiting for the umpires, who I believe have triggered this play, to come back. And
they triggered it?
I'm assuming that's what they've done, because I saw
something's going on.
Yeah, I saw one of the umpires riding off to the.
Is Kale selling snow cones out there today? I heard they were selling snow cones. Is that true?
You got me, Dale.
Because C4, got that, man, that would be a great snow cone. Some C4, athletic, endurance, mental stamina.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
Well, you can see there the umpires are in discussion. Okay.
And away we go.
Yeah, and away we go. So this might just take a second or two, as the umpires clearly, as I thought, have triggered that last play. Seems to be not on the same page. Esteban Ferrari, Roddy Matthews, but of course they can and will consult not only the third man, but also here the technology allowing us to look at that last play frame by frame to make the correct and appropriate call, and therefore the right decision on what penalty will be awarded. Very nice pictures here of field number 5. And over to the left there, this drone footage will show you. There you have field number 1 on your left, number 2 on your right. And that, of course, is the field, the magical field, where on Sunday we will have the final of the Founders Cup. Remember, the 2 semis coming your way tomorrow at 11 o'clock. The first one, Alegria versus the Maltese Falcons. And then tomorrow afternoon, Casablanca taking on Travieso. Talk to me, Dale.
All right, so they wanted to take a look at it. They had a call. I guess they had one umpire had one on the other field. They have the umpire trigger challenge there. And I think I put it up there one more time. Maybe you see guys while they're milling around, they decide. But the ball actually was coming 45. And then Benjamin changes the line across the field, but it still had control.
Right.
And they're still going to go with their call. So,
Okay.
I don't know. We got. I'll figure out But man, let's say that's what they had. I had more that Benjamin. He had the ball coming across. He was coming down. He had on the side, and he still would come around. He was going to. He can go like this in front, and he got hit behind the saddle first, but they decided to say that he turned in front, I guess.
All right, here we go then, as young Benjamin Obregon's trying to do something with it here. And a little steal here and a breakaway run now here for Victory Polo. He gets the hook. Very good hook. In comes Obregon. Once again, it'll be Belardinelli working that rotation, going up to the front door. The cut shot. Has he done enough? Has he overcut it? Looks like he's dropped it just perfectly. And a cracking second goal now here for Dami Belardinelli.
Karma.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a roll on the end. Good run there. Good steal. And actually, they did call it the right way. I apologize on the thing where they took it center again.
Okay.
The black.
Yep.
So they had it on the side. What they did was on the turn, they did give the turn back to. So it was riding off behind the saddle on the 5. I don't know if they're going to go forward or not. So that they did on the trigger. So well done by the guys.
So here we go then, Dale. All of a sudden, we've got a good game. Well, in the makings of a good game. Hard ride off here. 6-5. The backhander from Obregon. Who can turn on it first? Keeping the pressure on as...
So these are where these tight plays come in. And I do apologize about that when they moved to the umpires, that ball did get moved to the center on the last one, Yan, where Benji, this was just another, went by him. And remember, when you got a guy following the ball.
Yeah.
And let's just kind of look up a little bit. And this same play on the boards because the ball did get moved across by Benji,
Yes.
and it was a tight play. But they're so tight on some of their plays. If you do get established also, and a man does have his line, and also you might have to switch to the near side.
Yeah.
So there's that play comes in. So they're going to get a couple and get some good triggers by the mounted officials here. It can be very difficult for them too when there's a lot of fouls,
So let's see if Nico Eurnekian, if he can put another score on the score sheet for his team, because again, right in front of the watcher, the eyes of the umpire. I mean, you would think.
Well, let's take a look at it here, though. Let's see. Tapped in front. Now he's in front right there. Okay, now. Okay, so this ball goes forward here, and that they probably have a right-of-way violation. Yeah, now move it down for the black. And it was where it can be difficult, and watch this. They say because they come in here how wide the line is. So watch when they make contact right here. They're going to make contact right here.
Yeah.
Okay, there. And so Caimi's thinking, no, the ball's way over there.
Yeah.
But no, the right of way is all the way across. Put your mount on, bro. Everybody thinks the right of way is like a foot wide, man.
No.
Well, a horse is wider than that.
Yeah.
But a lot of players think the right of way is smaller. And these are another games, good games, that you can learn to see the right of way is wider. And that's why we use the clear and use it. So you clear out of the way. And it's not move 2 feet. When you got to get out of the way when you clear.
Well, no mistake here, Dale. Nicely taken here
Working
by
for their favor, huh?
Agustin Obregon. Picks up his 3rd goal of the match. Restores a little bit of a cushion, 7-5. I'm pretty sure they're not going to make it back in time for another throw-in for this first half. So there we go. That will be it.
And everybody says that's in the past.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the second half. Everybody will regroup now. We'll get to send both teams to the tents. They'll be able to talk about it. I'm sure they'll talk about kind of plays they're going to use. Umpire crew will work together there. And we'll see. It should be a pretty – I'm looking forward to the second half. So stay with us. We'll be back on CTV Sports.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo, and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, it's like a big family. We're all, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate and Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Once again, a very warm welcome and a good afternoon. CTV Sports here, bringing you live action of the Top Pony 8 Gold 2025, the fourth game in this tournament, made up of 5 teams. Dale, that last chukker, again, slightly better than the one before, a lot better than the first, but still not quite the game that we've come accustomed to.
Yeah, some easy calls for the umpires, but they've had to blow a lot of them. I know they got to talk about that at halftime. And so but they did a good job calling them, and I thought their ball placements are good. There were a couple we had to look at, which went back and forth. But that's angles, and that's going to happen on the field. One umpire's going to see one angle, one's going to see the other. And so, it's a dance.
It is.
It's a dance. We'll see how the trying to step on your partner's feet.
Always helps. Always helps. Here we go then, 7 goals to 5. If you've just joined us, in favour of the team in the black and white shirts, that of course TuffRider. Victory Polo down by 2 goals. Would like to make it 2-0 if they can. TuffRider looking for their first win here in the Top Pony 8 goal. The under the neck shot coming, and I believe that Benjamin did get a piece of it, but not enough. But well, that piece will have done enough to put that ball, make that ball go wide. I wouldn't mind if having another look at that replay, because you can see how well you can't see it now.
Yeah, they're going right to the knock-in. Keep it rolling here. That's a quick knock-in. Keep Benjamin going. But a nice play by Marcos earlier, Jan, to get loose and get free. And here's Benji.
Yeah, well, I think this could be the second half of Benjamin Obregon. I think they're going to unleash this super young talent. Look at him take that ball all the way. Oh, my goodness, that's just sneaking on the inside.
Yes, yes. Go, Benji, go.
Well, I had a funny feeling that they were going to save the best for last.
This is not an easy goal.
No.
The approach shot was good. I like to see the approach shot go farther to the left. Next time, Benjamin tried to hit it farther to the left, but this is a sensational finish.
Yeah.
And he did. All he did was just touch it.
Yeah.
He hit that first next shot a little bit. Carlos Cressida was best, and I know we talked about Carlos this week. He passed away. So much love to the family and all the Cressidas. Of course, Kasha's, we miss you. We love you. But his big play was always hit that first one, that earlier one to that far post, and then that'll be a little easier on the finish. Great goal.
Now then, let's see if we can pick up another goal here on the account of Kevin Schmeits. He was up in the danger zone. Wanting that ball, but once again, a very good, effective turnaround here as TuffRider take that ball downfield over the halfway line. Not quite the connection he was hoping for. Caimi stops and turns. Well, was he already on that line? Agustin Obregon. That would appear to be the reason for this whistle. Let's have another look here. You can see the man with the number 2, Timmy Sharma, as yep. How did you see that, Dale?
Tough. I don't mind seeing it again if you can roll it again there, guys, because he comes, I'm not sure if he comes from the outside or not. Looked like he was trying to get it. He ought to be 100% on that. Look at one player in. Timmy, took it down. They're going to go ahead and move it that way, but go at 45 cross. Yeah, and that's a very good call. And it's funny there. Caimi can learn from this too, because all he had to do, all he had to do is flip it a little bit more, and then there's no play by Agustin. So again, you can learn back and forth. Even though he kind of made his first little turn, Caimi, and then he had Marcos behind him to go. So I think he thought he was all right, but he actually put it 45 across and then didn't touch it again. Agustin read that he put it 45, and then he jumped on the new one. So, good riding there by Agustin, and then Caimi will have to adjust.
So we have ourselves a Dolly Part 9-5 for TuffRider, coming out a lot more composed, it seems, here in the fourth chukker. Ball back in play, stolen and quickly taken by Agustin Obregon. Still Obregon wants to get a little bit closer towards that goal. Sends Nico Eurnekian downfield. And in that melee of players, there he is appealing. But clearly no foul as Obregon, or maybe it was. Another late whistle here because Benji, well, he was the one appealing. He looked like he might have jumped on that line. Let's keep an eye on for the young man in the red helmet. There he is. Yep.
I mean, it's another one, depending on how you're calling it. You call a turn there. It looked like to me he was, he came back. He took it forward once. Yep. We'll see if they talk about it. Doesn't man of the near side play, but, how they're calling it. That's they call it turn. Yeah. They got him on the turn. So remember, and I think Marcos thought he took it there. He told me he had him set up on the near side already. So that's why he kind of tried to run around him. So, again, it's kind of give and take by a few of the close fouls you've seen today on the players that are fouling actually think they're okay based on their reasoning, and they have an argument. They have an argument. We call them 50-50 balls in Polo when we're talking. 50-50. You could be right. Yep. You could be wrong.
Absolutely.
And it go back and forth based on a lot of different issues, especially that play because he drew it back. It looked like he went 45, took it back a little bit, and I thought he did. Marcus probably did it to get Benjamin to go over there, and then Benji jumped over, and they thought he fouled. They thought he went on a turn. So that is a true call.
Double figures then, 10 goals to 5, and we're only at the I say early. We're already nearly down halfway through chukker number 4. So Victory Polo need to come up with a different game plan here because a 5-goal deficit, that is not to be sniffed at. Chance here for the number 2, Caimi, to do something with it. Picked up again by Marcos Bignoli. Haven't really seen him shine the way he did in that last game either.
Everybody's so strong on defense, Jan, it's just tough to get away also. I mean, you got to feel a little bit for the offensive.
For sure.
I mean, Benjamin had the only true breakaway of the day, and then he had to make a almost impossible next shot. We got an opening now, though.
And hard bump and a ride-off coming in from the number 2 from Segundo Caimi against Nico Eurnekian. Well, that will have done enough. The arm went up from Agustin Obregon, and the whistle was sounded.
Yeah, Marco's is going to pick this ball up. He checks his shoulder once right there, and I mean, this is the way they've been calling it. Remember, sometimes as players, and when I'm coaching, I'm telling them, guys, some umpires call it tight, some call it loose.
Yeah.
Some call it, the spacing. You need to adjust your game on that too.
Of course.
Because in the book there are, a lot of procedures, and how they are being called can go from umpire to umpire, speed, timing, on that. We're going to get a courtesy change on this, but that is that is a big part of your game. I think the best players in the world will tell you being able to adjust that. The best players in the world is when I was umpiring, not as that's when I was playing. They felt more consistent on just knowing the way you're calling it. They didn't care how they're calling it.
Yeah.
On a turn, on any right-of-way violations, on distances, things like that. So that's what they really want to know, and that way they can adjust their game. They're not going to complain about the call. They're not going to complain, and they've been pretty good. I mean, they've called it the same way. Don't you think they call that same way?
They certainly, they have. They've been very consistent, absolutely.
So for me, Marcus should have just backed that ball or made a different play.
Yeah.
And not and well done again. I mean, Augustine did stay in the. That didn't seem like as hard a call. But the turn, the way they've been calling it, is that, hey, guys are calling the turn. They're calling aggressively today. So
adjust.
Yeah. Back the ball.
Simple.
Back the ball. Well, that's why they put that rule in place. Back the ball. You get another ball. And the ball place has been good.
Very good.
I mean, they've been consistent again, and that's another part where you as a team could be, that's supposed to be a spot, that's supposed to be a 4. Well, as long as it stays consistent through the whole game with the players. Now, don't get me wrong, if the umpires, when they are working and saying in the first half, they went and talked and had a meeting also like the teams do, and if they were maybe calling it way too loose or way too tight, they can adjust that in. And most of them will come out and tell the players, guys, we're going to adjust it a little bit. So penalty 4.
Obregon, and did he get a touch? Again, you see him there, Benjamin Obregon. I mean, incredible. Unlucky that he couldn't steer that one through the 24 feet apart of the uprights, but goodness, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, they almost had too many shots today. It's like these are the guys. Like I said, Obregon was very fabulous from the line.
So not contained. The open backhand got deflected. Obregon is there now. Then he's got the ball, and he's got the support coming in from his uncle. Cheeky but effective steal, and away we go. A victory, Polo. He cut that a bit too fine. Who's he going to play it to? Well, there was a man running upfield. You can see it there on the left-hand side. Play with the number 3 on his back. Did he come across? Looks like he didn't. Well done, Marcos Bignoli. Bignoli gets a hook just before he takes that ball over. Oh, there was a whistle slightly earlier, and also the number 2 there, Segundo Caimi, appealing. So
they're going to try to see if this is a cross hook or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now just over, so they'll go with the goal. So we saw one the other day. Remember, we had one in the 12 that was a little bit almost like that going the other way.
Yep.
And so you got that one. You got to have the man completely on the other side. The man on the offside hook.
Penalty 1 there.
Yeah, penalty 1. Good call on the 1. The man's got to be completely on the other side.
Yeah.
Or the horse got to be in line. So it was neither. He wasn't completely over, and then his horse's hip bones, the tail end was still a little bit to the left on that one. We had a play where it went the opposite way, and on that one as it reads. And remember, interpretations are different. You got to read, you got to interpret the rules where you can be The man doesn't have to be all the way on the left side when you're hooking him in, but your horses need to be lined up. You can't have your horse on the other side.
So penalty one quickly taken, of course, an automatic goal and possession from that halfway line. So this could be exactly what Victory Polo need now. And again, knocking on the door here of TuffRider. There he is, trying to weave his way through. They need to allow... Oh, and he's just beaten them. Well done, Marcos Bignoli, picking up, well, believe it or not, Dale, his first goal of the match.
Yeah. They just take his time here, and they clear out well. And that's a smart play by the number 4, Durkheim, pulling out quickly. See, directly to the right. Because he pulled out quickly, that gave Benjamin time to meet. And if he would have delayed a little bit and went slower, then they wouldn't let Benjamin meet. So good communication here by the TuffRider team for the second half.
Ball back in play then, and once again, Nico Eurnekian gets a piece of it, but it's met on that halfway line once again under the watchful eye again of Roddy Matthews there as Segundo Caimi was about to run away with it. There you have it there very clearly. I think you can see that the number 3 Bignoli had the lesser angle, and Nico Eurnekian, it comes across. You'd think that at some point, Dale, they'd sort of sink in, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, see what they're pushing here, where they decide to move this ball, because it looks like they're giving it to the TuffRider team. So we missed something, yeah. So maybe we can look at it again in here. We'll check it. That ball gets hit out, gets hit up here. And they had it uneven.
Penalty full.
They had it uneven against the white. So that could go either way.
Well, I've just been told, Dale, from my Fields correspondent, there was a technical, which is why it's been moved up to a penalty full.
But it was a 5 for them anyways.
Yeah.
So there was a foul against the white originally.
Correct.
And then they moved it to a 4 on the tee. So it would have been uneven because you had to go either way. Nice shot, Augustine. You got to go either way, Yan, on uneven.
Yeah.
We were looking at it, we thought maybe it was uneven the other way.
Yeah.
They had it uneven.
Yeah.
Where the white was hitting them behind the saddle.
Correct.
But you can't remember that's a fine line down there when you're looking at that line. The guy who has the line following it, the other player needs to adjust. That'll take us to our Kersey change there. And, Chucker, I apologize. That's the end of the picture. Wow, this is going to be it. The 6th and final. It's going to be fast and furious. Stay with us.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate and Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Fifth chukker action, and of course, sixth chukker action coming up. A warm welcome once again, CTV Sports Top Pony 8 Gold 2025 Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 5, 11 goals to 7 after 4 chukkers of play. A hat trick coming by, or being brought to you by Agustin Obregon, all from the spot. And we were so excited here at CTV Sports Studio when at the beginning of the second half, the beginning of the fourth chukker, Benjamin Obregon took up, nearly a coast to coast and picked up his first goal of the match. You rejoin us here now as TuffRider in the black shirts will try and get this over the finishing line. There he is once again in front of goal. Nico Eurnekian. How could he have put that one wide, Dale? That would have, I think, put the pressure very much on Victory Polo.
Yeah, good possession here. They get out in front. Nice, strong chestnut. Right here in front of us. Dami's riding. They dodge a bullet here. That's going to work in the Victory Polo's book. They want to go ahead and they're re-checking something. Oh, we got a timeout. Timeout for a tech timeout. One of the umpires.
So actually, well spotted there. One of the umpires taking an official timeout there just to make sure that his tack is okay. Looks like it will be Esteban Ferrari. So do bear with us. We cannot play without having both mounted officials, obviously.
A lot of polo to be played here.
Yeah, a lot of polo to be played.
And back and forth as we've had today. So it's been a roller coaster seesaw ride. And so we'll see what they come. I don't know what they've been done. Not many changes, I guess. And I guess both teams have made a few adjustments on the positioning. And like we said, most of the fouls have been similar fouls. There haven't been anything outside the book. Just some mostly right-of-way violations. It was called 80% of the time anyways. And then they've been back. They've kind of been back and forth, both of them on shooting. Victory not getting as many shots as the TuffRider team. Victory found a few more times. And but that's now you regroup. See what happens here. They came out, scored that. They had possession to start off the fifth, which TuffRider, after scoring a 4 right at the end, and then they went ahead and took control. And like I said, just coming in there, Nico had an opportunity just a little bit off to the side, and we'll make sure we get Esteban set up, and so he's comfortable on his pony. And we know we're talking about Carlos Reseda and his anniversary. There's the death of his anniversary this week. So Carlos, a big part of the polo world in general. The Grand Champ Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. I know Mark and Melissa Ganzi, very close. Melissa played a lot of polo with Mark, and Melissa actually played a lot of polo with Carlos Reseda Sr., Cash Escolum, and he was a great mentor, great player, great friend, amazing father. I myself played a number of seasons with the Resedas, so my heart goes out to all of the Resedas, and they treated me like family, my wife and I, Stephanie, when all the years we were with them, Memo and Carlos, and of course Mom and Dad, and their fathers. And he suffered an injury in a polo match playing in Wellington on February 25th, 2014 at the age of 53, very young. Carlos was Hall of Famer, 10-goal rating. Personally, this guy, he tutored King Charles when he was Prince Charles and his sons. He actually taught William and Henry how to play polo, and had the distinct honor of being Queen Elizabeth's favorite player, and that
says something.
Yeah, I mean, you spend a lot of time there, Jan, so you know that, and that's according to the British media. Internationally recognized, premier player. I mean, he won everything in the sport. He reached the ultimate polo rate 10 goals at the age of 25. He rode on to capture many prestigious trophies around the world. He was inducted to the Polo Hall of Fame in 2012. And Carlos, he won the U.S. Open Championships, 9 different occasions, the Argentine Open 5 times, the British Open a record 10 times, the World Cup 7 times. He has named Player of the Year 5 different times, Argentina. He just goes on and on and on. The resume is truly amazing. I sat in his camp. I sat in his house. I played polo with him. I want to add Roberto Gonzalez, because him and Roberto were a dynamic duo over the years. That was his choice guy to play with when Carlos was 3-2. A fantastic man, and a big shout out to all the family, all his sons, his wives. We love you, Carlos.
Here we go then. Penalty's been moved up to a 5 for delay of game, Dale. That was the reason why that ball was taken out from the halfway line. But I was just about to say, Agustin Obregon looked to me that was pretty clean, was about to run away with it, but clearly not in the eyes of the umpires.
He flips it back, and then they come together.
Yeah.
So again, this is a part where I can lean. I understand why the players might get a little confused, or it does, happen. I mean, his horse did take a few steps back. A lot of times, when your horse does take a step back, you give the play up because there's no intimate danger. If your horse is going backwards, how can you get a foul? But in this case, because, again, interpretations do change, his horse regained the footing to be able to close the window. But you can see on the other side, the player sees his horse go back. Oh, now I got the ball. So, good call.
As a result of that, a penalty 2. And stepping up to the plate, the man with the number 2 on his shirt, Segundo Caimi. A very important goal here, Dale, for Victory Polo. Reducing it down to 11 goals to 8. As we still have plenty of polo to be played here in the penultimate 5th chukka.
I didn't want to say it, but we got a minute play without a tweeter? We might as well stay consistent.
Yeah, yes, they certainly have. They certainly have.
Stay consistent. There we go. I might get a run.
And that will be number 2 once again. Segundo Caimi in front of that door, knocking on TuffRider's door. On the near side, trying to keep the ball in play. He's done very much and left it behind now for Agustin Obregon on that back line. Needs to make the play, everybody moving, and that's a good idea because that will avoid, well, you might be right, Dale, this could be the first minute without a whistle.
Yeah.
Out to the right-hand side, here we go. Slams on the brakes, does Nico Eurnekian. Remember, once that ball hits those sideboards, an automatic new line is created. First man on that line will be awarded said line. Has to go and do the old switcheroo. He just got a piece of it, and he's stolen a clean steal here, if you ask me. And, yeah, we're not hearing any whistle. That's good. And Luca comes back as the Secretary of Defense, Mr. Benjamin Obregon. Click ticking down. Sorry, the clock ticking down.
I was going to say, you getting tired of it?
No, just...
Well, this is the first time you went more like 2 minutes.
The click talking down.
I was going to bring the oxygen tank out for you.
I should have said the click talking down, but it was, of course, the clock ticking down and the finishing touch. Ever so slightly.
No, they got it.
They got it?
Yeah. Yeah, no. And this is good. Again, both players do a great job here. Can you put it out in front?
Yeah, well done.
I want to give blessing to Augustine. Cleared out the right way.
Yep.
Made it so he had to shoot it. Shows good polo. The dance is getting better.
Yep, the dance is getting better. No stepping on anybody's toes. The ball's back in play. Any second now. Few words of caution there being given by the mounted official, and they're going to run away with this one, Dale. Well, this could be the 3rd goal in succession for that man with the number 2 on his shirt. Segundo Caimi doing a little bit of a Marcos Bignoli from the last match.
Oh, did he finish that one? That would be a phenomenal finish.
Yes, he has. Oh, my goodness. Wow. A hat trick back to back to back.
Well done, Caimi.
Well done indeed.
And it's just Benjamin that gets there, puts the hip on him, but this finish, stay focused.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, not much of an angle to play with, and all of a sudden they're right back in this game, Dale. They were trailing, if you think about it, at one point by 4 goals. It was 11 goals to 7 at the end of the fourth chukker. And my goodness, like I said, like they did last time, Marcos Bignoli coming back very strong. Today it's Segundo Caimi, 2 from the spot, the penalty 2, and then that perfectly finished goal here just now, making it 10 goals to 11.
Great, here you go. We got a match. The 6th chukker, it'll all come down. Everything, they'll throw everything away. Once they get to the 6th chukker, just go with it. And it's they got some goals going here now. It would look like it was stalling out a little because it was only 4-1 at first and 6-2 or 6-3. And as you were saying, 7-5 at halftime. TuffRider looked like they were in the driver's seat.
Yep.
And then they really looked like they were in the driver's seat when they scored 4. They had 4 goals to the penalty 1.
Yep.
And they did. Well, that is a great chukker for both teams because well done, Victory Polo, capitalizing on the 1.
Yes.
Getting the 1, changing directions, going to center, scoring another goal, because that's what that whole number, the 1 being changed in the procedure is designed, that you have the ability to do that so it can change the game. So teams, you want to be careful you don't give up that 1 because it can change the game. And it just shows you how you can score 2 goals in less than a minute.
Yeah, and guess who's on the ball again, Dale? It is, of course, Segundo Caimi. This time needs to try and find a way around and past Nico Eurnekian, and he's done exactly that. Eurnekian couldn't do anything. Can he keep the ball? Unlucky. Unlucky indeed, just running out of Polo field there, but another great run here by Segundo Caimi.
Yeah, just bad luck. He did. He ran out of real estate because he was going for it, and he almost took that one out of the air and put it in there. Fantastic 5th chukker.
So, knock-in coming. Nico Eurnekian, and yes, why not use him a little bit more? Benjamin Obregon, we know what talent lies there lurking, but they need to activate it. So let's see if Agustin Obregon will send this one to his nephew. Well, I think he tried to. It's a little bit short. Nico slots in right in between. And that could be the ball intended to go all the way through to Benjamin. Obregon didn't quite get there. Not strong enough. Second chance. Plays it out to the boards. Again, Nico Eurnekian against Marcos Bignoli. Bignoli coming out on top. And here we go. Another run. And this will be a clear run now. And who's got the faster pony? Well, it looks like Benjamin Obregon. He's just on the wrong side. Wants to be on the stick side, really. Be careful of making a cross hook. A little under the neck shot. Yeah, but enough pressure was there by Benjamin to force this error, and it just goes wide.
Yeah, he applies his horse.
Yeah.
In good spots because he is a small, and he's gonna grow and get a little stronger and bigger. But he does use his horse in great places to make it more difficult for the defender.
So back to square one, and once again, Nico Eurnekian plays it out to the right-hand side, and you can see now how deep Victory Polo are standing in that half of TuffRider. Wanting to block and interfere or disrupt any kind of flow. Ball does get over the halfway line, stopped and turned. Lovely open backhand here from Belardinelli, in the hope that it's going to be met by a white shirt. It will, however, once again be Nico Eurnekian. Can't afford to make a mistake here now. Clock ticking down. We're on the last minute. I think, Dale, this is probably the chukker. Oh, that's going to go. Well, how's it going to go? It hit the back of the pony there of Segundo Caimi. And he's going to have quite a straight look at that. Now, there is, of course, a lot of discussion about this rule, which is very much implemented in the UK and, of course, throughout Europe now. Well, what is your take on that, Dale?
Yeah, let's see how they run it back because you're looking for the man to clear out.
Correct.
Yeah, so Marcos, he looked like he should have cleared out earlier for Nico, for me, but he kind of stayed there. And then he went, so...
Well, this is the talking point. This is exactly that this discussion point.
I mean, to see how they decide to call it. Of course, you got to be careful. If you have a place to hit, but also the man's got to get out of the way.
Absolutely.
Some players want to block the ball.
Yeah.
Some players, some players feel a little different, about that play. And horses are protected with a lot of gear and are taken care of. So, it does go back and forth, but it's animals, the safety of the four-legged animal of the athlete is always premier and always number one. This is a difficult one for the umpires because did he try to get out of the way? And does he have an option, where he can hit it? So if not, but then it would come to be, does he need to hit it that hard or can he wait? So, we'll see what they decide to do. They do lean towards, of course, safety of the animal.
Yeah, and he was very close. He was literally right behind him.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're going to go ahead and give this ball, they're going to say blocking. And it's not going to be hitting into the horse.
Right.
And I'm going to lean on this one because, again, he did not try to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So you need to understand, it can't just all be leaning for the horse. All we're doing is taking care of the horses. Trust me, go through anyone's barn. Anybody wants to see. I think we need to put more cameras in the barn and see just how much love and care, Like I always say, my horses had more shoes than my wife did when I played polo, CN.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Here we go then, the dying seconds here of Chucker number 5, and he's going to try and put this one through. Did he hit that? Oh, my goodness, what an incredible goal here. Agustin Obregon did not think he was going to find a little gap, but he did, and wouldn't mind having another close look at that. The pass coming from Nico Eurnekian, straight down the line. Look at him, he comes from the outside, steals it on the near side, and then bang.
Yeah, this is a very fast horse. We see this horse in the 5th and 6th lot underneath Agustin, and that was just pure horsepower. Great shot by Nico, steal, and finish. We'll be back for our 6th.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo, and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
I mean, the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years.
Well, Dale, what a comeback campaign here by Victory Polo in Chucker number 5. With that, a warm welcome to our 6th and final Chucker. You can see players already out there very quickly after that amazing Chucker that we saw. And yeah, a whistle, Dale. It looks like a technical to me here. The 2 threes here, Marcos Bignoli and Agustin Obregon, clearly having some discussions there with the umpire, who seems to be of no tolerance frame of mind today. This is where the discussion started. And,
I don't know, I mean, they got the other bounced out. This is a scrum. Marcos was told to clear. He backed up.
Yep.
And this is another one where I'm not allowed to do that. No, I mean, really, they want you to clear a little more, but you understand where Marcus would get a little bit. So just again, but good call. I mean, they're going to go from, it's going to be Agustin. Goes from the center, so they'll bring it down to the 60. And actually, he was 7 penalties from the line. That one that he scored was the first one from the field in the fifth.
Yep. Yes, correct. Yeah, absolutely. So here we go then. 2 goals in it. Victory Polo. Can they turn it around and make it 2-0, or will TuffRider win their first match here of the Top Pony 8-goal 2025? We'll know within the next 6 minutes and 50 seconds. A lot of action taking place in front of that goal mouth, and
man, Dami, you got to be careful here because, yeah, you can get the 1 called against you. And remember the 1.
Yep.
But yeah, they got to have communication. You're going to probably get the 1. Yeah, the 1. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing Marcos here. Dami's got to slow down there because Marcos could never have gotten out of there. I mean, Dami has a clean meet, but he's got to stay composed because Marcos needs to pull out, and Marcos was still on his man. And I don't think Marcos even saw Dami coming, actually.
Well, it's been appealed, Dale, and they're moving it to a 4th. So severity going up a level.
Well, I'm surprised they argued it.
Yeah, so am I.
I mean, wasn't a hard call.
No.
Dami didn't meet the whole pack. It wasn't like there were more than 2 people there. He was coming on. They say count heads. Count heads inside the 60, but yeah, maybe just I don't know what he was. I think when you're talking about.
So now it's going to be moved to a 3, a technical against the number 4, Dale. I've just been told from our field side correspondent. So they're going to, if they keep this up.
Yeah, I think he was talking about the play to have from the center too.
Yeah.
They had that play where he kind of backed up and a little frustration on it, but it's parts of the game. Agustin. Don't get me wrong, not to defend, but I think that in the center of the field, he might have been able to maybe whistle. I mean, if he's there, they're not blocking. It's a scrum. He decides to back up as long as he gives a free shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needs a penalty called against him. I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Here on CTV Sports. So his argument, I get to understand. Now, should he argue? No.
Yeah.
No, he shouldn't argue. But does he have does he have the ability to question it professionionally?
In a formal conduct, yes.
Yes. So, I don't know exactly what he said. So maybe that would be, if I was going to coach in Marcos, it would just be pretty good. I don't know. I find Marcos to be very professional as a captain when I umpire, the way he asked questions. But definitely they did not like a few things here, so they adjusted like they should. And this is going to give a 4-goal lead here now. So victory needs just put their head back in their game, and like they were in the 5th, score some goals.
Yeah, but it would help if they would win the throw-in. And once again, that's gone in favour of TuffRider. There he is, appealing to the umpire. Was he blocked there by the number 4, by Dami Belardinelli? We'll have to wait and see how the umpire saw it, but to me it did look like, and here's the footage coming on your screens.
Here's your hitting the horse, too. Again.
Yep.
Now, so what you're going to call, are you going with that, or you... and then chain reaction.
Yeah,
it is a domino effect out there sometimes. But in this case, he's moving away, so probably a good non-call there to hit the horse because he was kind of moving, but then his horse does step on the ball. So that had to be called. And again, remember, if you're clearing the right way, you're clearing out of the way.
Yes, correct.
Which means your horse won't step on the ball.
No. The quickest way, yeah. So here we go then, to make it possibly a 5-goal advantage. Wide. Just wide. That's the second time he's put that one wide. But they are still at the moment on course to pick up their first win. And this in the last a little over 5.5 minutes here. Victory Polo can come up with something very, very special. Little deflection. Ball is still very much in play. No, it's not. We have another whistle. So let's see what happened here. The ball was taken out to the right-hand side. Yeah, I can see that might have been a slight uneven ride-off there. A little bit of shading going on. So let's see what the two mounted officials will decide and make of that. Yeah.
No, they'll put that down, and
we're pretty sure that that's a penalty for.
He's running off the goal there. Still a lot of time.
Yeah,
they still have time on
they
this.
still, yeah, they do. And if they can get
I think this would be a perfect game to end in overtime.
It would.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd love to see overtime.
Well, if they can make this count, Dale, and it's just 3 goals, and as you said, plenty of time remaining here in Chukka number 6. So a little bit of a pressure shot coming up now then. And again, Segundo Caimi. Remember, he scored a hat-trick in the last Chukka, and he finds a gap. Well done, Segundo Caimi. Well, that surely should motivate the team.
Yeah, no, that's a big goal.
That's a big, big goal.
Huge goal right now. It's like a breath of fresh air blowing through the sails. Boy, they're ready for that. They needed that. Had a little bit of frustration at the beginning of it. Dialed themselves back in, gathered themselves. Very good. Good job, Kevin. Captain right here, Schmeits. Now he's going to get a breakaway.
Yeah, let's see if he can take it all the way, Kevin Schmeits. Little unlucky. Out to, or left for Marcos Bignoli, but I've got to say, Segundo Caimi, very involved, working very hard as well. The near side backhand stolen, and this could be what we've been waiting for, Dale. Can he take it all the way? Unlucky because Nico Eurnekian just got there a little bit earlier. And on the boards we go once again with Agustin Obregon. Rushing past him is his nephew, Benji Obregon, who wants to get that ball back in possession. Comes in crashing down, turned around by Belardinelli. Still, Dami Belardinelli, and back to Nico Eurnekian. 4 minutes remain in Chukka number 6, and 4 goals are needed. Beg your pardon, 3 goals. Well, 4 goals are needed, but 3 would do would be a good start here for Victory Polo.
They got down on their side here, so they did a good job staying composed and to work it down and get an offensive attack. Let's see if they can finish.
Once again, left behind and picked up here by Bignoli. Well, this would be the time that we could, we'd like to see. Oh, nothing happened, but it was a deflection. Again, you see, that's one of those calls as well. You know,
is he moving there or is he not?
Yeah, exactly. But I believe he was.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, back in the day, they were used a lot to the way the game developed. You can have a currency change here. 3 goal difference. Let's do the math. 327. This is
doable.
Doable. Fresh legs underneath everybody, and probably your best horse. So that's going to be a plus.
And we're coming back with a safety. They've called it a safety.
Okay, so now you're going to put him on the line here, and he's made 5 goals, 4 goals in a row. 3 from the field, 1 from the penalty line. He has 2 penalties already today. I gave him a 5B that he finished. That they actually started, finished, but he had a 3 earlier, and showed that his presence from the penalty line can be felt. And now, not much of an angle. This is well, a lot of players like shooting from this side, and we're going to go and take a look at this.
Okay, so while we wait for a breakdown of that last play, little discussion going on also here at CTV Sports, but this is why we love the technology, being able to look at all the different angles. to ensure that the right call is made. Still, as Dale was saying, or as we were saying, still plenty of time remains here in chukker number 6. If we isolate chukker number 6 at the moment, TuffRider are leading now by 2-1. Overall, they're leading by 14-11. And if this call stands, then of course a safety 60, the equivalent of a corner, would bring them within 2 of TuffRider's 14. And then of course it's all about the time of getting back to the center as quickly as possible, having that ball thrown in, and then running with it, and hopefully scoring another couple of 2 goals would be great. And this is the kind of game, as Dale was saying, I can see going into overtime. But we're not there just yet. They still need to score them 3 goals before it gets to that point. So whilst we're still waiting on the deliberation, just a quick reminder, big day coming up here at Grand Champions Polo Club tomorrow, and of course on CTV Sports. Our first of our 2 semi-finals of the World Polo League's Founders Cup will be starting or be taking place tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Alegria will be taking on the Maltese Falcons. Then at 12 o'clock, we have the first of our 2 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy, Smithfield up against Virginia Beach. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the second 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy game with the 3 Graces up against Buena Vibra. But then the one I'm sure that you'll be very keen to watch, the 26-goal, and that is the second semi-final of the Founders Cup. Casablanca taking on Travieso. So you don't want to miss any of the action tomorrow, especially as it is World Polo League semi-final 1 and 2 tomorrow. The final, of course, on Sunday, this coming Sunday, the 2nd of March. Our featured game of the week, obviously at 4 o'clock, Grand Champions Polo Club. As we now continue with that safety 60, the penalty 6, and that went through, no mistake. So what a cracking way to to come back here in this 6-chukker, Dale. A penalty 6 there, taken by Segundo Caimi.
Well done. And they were just taking a look at that, make sure it came off the mallet.
Okay.
Because it did come off the mallet, and it does. If it doesn't come off the mallet, hits the horse, then it wouldn't have been a safety.
Exactly.
But if it comes off his own mallet, if he's trying to block at Benjamin's and then hits his horse,
yeah,
or it hits the post or the thing, is still safety. So good call. And, a great one to check. Good trigger.
Indeed. Here we go then. 2 goals in it, Dale, and 2:45 on the clock. Any predictions from your good self?
Safety. I'm going to say overtime.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to hold you against that, Dale, otherwise there wouldn't be much of a little a wager going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing for who makes the next cup of tea. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I don't make tea. You're the one who makes the tea. I just drink the tea. Well, that's what they said in Jamaica.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, another whistle. Now then.
And what down there? They came together. See what they. See if we run it back. They're going to take a look at it. And what they want to look at it? They talk about it, I guess. The guy missed it, cleared out, and then he was turning to the right.
Penalty 4, Dale.
Yeah, so what they'll do is they'll call falling over the right-of-way. It's not a bad call, falling over the right-of-way on after he missed the ball. And then this is a big opportunity again here for Augustine. So,
well, that would definitely make it a little bit more unlikely if he were to score here now. for it to go into overtime, but he needs to score first, and he hasn't. He's not been hitting those. He's had a few misses now from the penalty 4 spot. So again, dodging a very important and a big bullet here. Victory Polo. The ball will be taken or knocked in here by Segundo Caimi. Still need a little bit of work to do here. 2:20, and the clock is ticking down. And that ball stays in play. Little touch there from, I was going to say Kevin Schmeits. He's cleared and he's moved out of the way. Near side steal to try and bring it forward. A quick turnaround here for TuffRider. And now look at this, Obregon to Obregon possibly. Just having to take the pace out of that run initially, just to allow everybody to get back to their stations, if you will. So now Nico Eurnekian intercepted. Victory Polo have it. It's a bit of a tennis match now, from left to right, from right to left. And away we go. The last man now in defense. Down comes the hammer from the far side there. Nico Eurnekian in front of goal. And the finish. Well, Dale, you still might be very much be on course here. Just one goal in it.
Knock, knock, knock.
And guess who scored that?
Great play here by Marcos, just to stay, again, composed. He knew that here's a perfect example of knowing when you're beat, not knowing you're beat, being that he's 3-goal player, used to be 5. He knew he was beat. He just checks there, gets a neutral play. Nice finish by Nico.
Yeah, not only that, Dale, 2 back-to-back hat-tricks here for that young player.
Yeah, he has come alive here. Oh, he's got the break. Oh! Nico was on the breakaway. Let's see what happens on the... Oh, no, he came through, so they... I think it's a late whistle. They stop here. No, they're going to say the other way. The earlier play.
So look at the clock, Dale, 47 seconds.
So on the 2... When you have a melee play with both fouls, or if you have a couple... Always go with the first call. And I think before Nico stole that, got to steal that, there was a blocking foul. So they got to go with that call first.
Penalty 4, and if it ever mattered, it matters now to Agustin Obregon. He's got to try and put this one through, because that would make it, I would say, very unlikely for them to find the equalizer. So big shot coming up. And I think from a defender it went over, so it doesn't matter how, but that is a goal, and a very, very important goal here for Agustin Obregon and TuffRider.
Mm-hmm. That's what they needed.
Yep. So the clock is running down, and 24 seconds remaining. Ball's back in play. They got very, very close. Chance here maybe now for Marcos Bignoli. And you know what he's like once he gets on one. But this could be goal number 4 here for the man with the 2 on his shirt. A little unlucky there.
Yeah, just a little bad luck. But a good comeback. Good comeback. They kept them going. They kept it fair. Really 15-13.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of goals. A little bit of a, like, as we said, kind of a foul fest today, but it does happen to some of the game. Both teams adjusted. Any final words, Ian?
As you rightly said, Dale, a bit of a, yeah, to say the least, a shaky start, but then slowly but surely, over the course of 6 chukkers, things seem to settle down. Would it be nice to see how a 7th chukker would have been?
Yeah.
You know, just
but
from
there's so much going back and forth, but everyone's clean, safe, and happy. So for Yannick Frank, I'm Dale Schmeits. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I say thank you for making us the leaders of Polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the Polo.